good? Is we good? Are we good? Can you guys hear me? I think you guys can. I think you can. First and foremost, what is good, guys? How's everybody doing? M.V.K here, back again. How is the pack doing? Going live on YouTube and also on first time ever on Instagram for a short amount of time. Here to answer your questions, as always, my pack, and have some fun as well as enjoy the time that we are together. I don't think I need to fix my chair, but no, I'm good. I'm good. All right. So on the chat, super chats are open, as well as there's a poll in the description of the YouTube chat site, basically asking my pack, you, my subscribers, basically what should the Super Sweets Geek giveaway next month be, in terms of getting a little bit more ideas of what should be in the giveaway for you guys. As always, like guys, like I always got to thank you guys for the amount of time and creativity that I have put into the channel, and you guys have given it right back. So I appreciate that very much. It is pretty much a joyous occasion. Like I said, guys, I'm linked from two different things. I got it live on my Instagram and also here on YouTube. So having my Instagram audience understand what I do, or what I do every month for 2 months, is going to be fun. Like I said, guys, before, super chats are open. If you like, that's fine. If you want to have a question that really I'll answer it. More importantly, guys, just once again, I want to. There's a poll going on in the chat, and it's pretty much it revolves around the Super Sweepstakes Geek giveaway that is going to come next month. What that in turn means is, guys, it's a giveaway. It's a mystery box that I'm putting together for you guys. It'll be a raffle, and that will be going out at the end of the month. And on the second Q&A of the month, I will the first Q&A of the next month, I will reveal the winner that's why it's very important, guys, when you watch the vids, anytime I put up new content, please comment, dude, because that's how you enter to see if you win. And if you win, then we'll go from there. But like I said, guys, it's very, very, very interesting. And I see some people have already answered some of the polls. One have so far 100% is going to one item, the gift cards. I can appreciate gift cards, my dudes. Yes, I can. Gift cards definitely is something that I can understand and love. Like I said before, guys, I am going live on my YouTube channel as well as on Instagram as well. So what are some of the questions you guys are asking me? As always, my pack, I got to get the questions, get some answers. If I can get the answers. What the hell? Okay. Let's see what's going on in the. Let's see. No questions. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I'll just wait. And wait, we do have questions. Oh shoot. Okay. I can't see it. Hold on. And what's up, Azal? Mr. Cruz, what is good? Let me see if I can get the question. I saw Warbird. Okay. There, chat. Okay, so we got Warhawk. Um, Rambo, always love that name too. That's just one of the illest names. Crazy. Hey, dude, just finished watching a car show. Oh, that's cool. You create a wrestling show. My Malcolm, my brother's more into that, and he actually does it. I used to do it. I don't do it as much as I used anymore. But yeah, that's the one thing I love about I love about. Thank you. I appreciate that, Azelle. Uh, that's why I love pretty much having wrestling games. So you can create your own wrestlers and make your own like wrestling league. I do like that. I used to do that a lot. I use up all the slots and have my own division, this division, that division, my tag team division, and things like that. It was a lot of fun. So I can understand that. We got Inlee in. What is good, Inlee? Caroline is here. Hello, Caroline. We got Real David. What did you think of? Okay, we got pack member Real David. We got Travis and Warburg. Okay. Uh, so yeah, we're definitely gonna answer your questions for that. But so far, let's answer some questions. Here we go. So once again, guys, super chats are open. I'm gonna There's a poll going on in the chat. It revolves around the Super Sweets Geek giveaway that is happening next month. It kind of gives me random thoughts into what I should put in this mystery box for you guys. Once again, giving back to my pack. The people who have made me and made this channel. Well, I want to give a shout out once again to some of my Patreons as well, who, especially my man himself, uh, the Mandalorian. I'm just going to call him by that name for now. He actually has become the first Patreon member he's at the top tier level where he can also throw an item in for the giveaway. So I appreciate that. Been getting some new Patreon members as of late too, guys, which I appreciate. That's always fun to get. But yeah, I'm beginning some new Patreons and getting ready to start doing some requests for Patreons, and I will be telling you guys about later, maybe not today, but also I will reveal one segment that will be a Patreon and a YouTube. Uh, they'll both go up on both Patreon and YouTube. It revolves around. I'll let you know later on about that one. But in the meantime, let's see where we go. Why do you think Wolverine loves jeans so? Why is it, why does anybody like jeans? I don't think he wants to be running around butt ass naked. So yeah, yeah. Why wouldn't he want jeans? So yeah, that's a weird question, but yeah, that's funny. I had to laugh at that one, Brio. Um, Cody Rhodes leaving AEW. Yeah, Travis, Cody Rhodes has left AEW. That was a shocker right there. He was an EVP at the company, and all signs tend to say that he is returning back to WWE. And I remember hearing an interview where it wasn't that he was putting down at WWE. He was just basically saying like, look, I don't think I'll ever come back, because I'm at the point now I don't think I can take um, orders and stuff like that again, or have somebody write something down for me. And if all signs are pointing at him going back to WWE, okay, and it's rumors that Vince is gonna push the fuck out of this dude, push him to the moon. When he was first there, he was upper mid card at less, and he was tired of he was just tired of the of being in that spot. So yeah, yeah, he has left. Him and Brandy, his wife, have left the company. and there's rumors to all kinds of stuff of why he left. So we'll just have to see where it goes. Warhawk, you say if I started my own call league, would be interesting in doing commentary as a part-time get. Would I be interested? Uh, Maybe my schedule's a little busy at the time. In terms of things, so I don't know how much I would be able to contribute if I wanted to in terms of what I want. That's the only thing I can think of scheduling wise. But yeah, yeah. Uh, what comic book? This is from Inland in Enly in. What comics would you drop in the box? Uh, that I can't tell you that. That right there is I can't tell you anything I put in the mystery box for the Super Sweets Geek giveaway. I can't tell you that. That's you can't know that. Nothing. I'm not going to tell you what's in there. All you need, if you can trust me, and there's a lot of friends that trust me when I send them gifts of comic series and things like that, that trust me. Ask Mr. Multiverse. He'll let you know. Trust me. It's something, if it's something that you've never read or something that you probably can't get your hands on. I do love sending indie comics. I will say that. I do send a lot of indie comics because I always say support indie comics, whether it's from the big names like Image and Dynamite and IDW and Boom and all those, but to the little ones, the smaller ones that you mainly have to maybe go on their site to get their comics or something like that, or even through Kickstarter. I'm a big supporter on Kickstarter. I love helping comic creators bring their creations to life and have them be able to support that. I'm looking down over here. I got a lot of Kickstarter rewards that I do plan to review on the channel of comics. So yeah, I do support the indie comics. Let's see what else we got here. So, hey Chris, how's it going? Andre Pardrick, another one of the pack members. What is good? I'm good, man. I'm good. Can't complain. Something very special is happening next year for me, guys. And I'll reveal it soon. I'll reveal it later on in the show, in the session. But yeah, we are here, guys. Once again, thank you for everybody who's coming in to the chat and enjoying. This is the 77th open mic Q&A on my YouTube channel. This is the first time actually going live on both YouTube and Instagram. So this is the first time I'm actually doing it on my Instagram. And like I said, got some people out there supporting me from Instagram, so I appreciate that. But yeah, just enjoying and answering your questions. We'll hang out for a while. As always, it is, let me give you guys what is the time here in New York right now in NY. It is now 9:37 p.m. Yeah, guys, so I will just throw the time out there for you guys. So as always, wherever you guys are in the world or in the U.S., I appreciate you guys coming out and chilling with me, as always. Let's move it on. Here we go. So, Enly says, what's going on in the wrestling world currently? Who's a rising star? Who's a current star? Depends on the company. It depends on the company. Depends on who you're talking about. For example, if we're talking about one of the big wigs, WWE, Roman Reigns is like one of the big guys, big stars. For all you know who Roman Reigns is one of Rock's many, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's many cousins in professional wrestling. That family is huge, and I'm not surprised. Samoan family. Family is life for them. For those people, and I respect that. But yeah, there's a lot. He has a lot of cousins, and his cousin Roman is one of the top guys. You got Brock Lesnar over there. You know, you got in terms of the women division, you got Becky Lynch, who is the biggest one, and you know Charlotte Flair, who they push to the moon, which I don't give two craps about too much. When we talk about AEW, the other big company, there's just rising stars all over in that company. They just recently signed Keith Lee, which I'm happy. I'm glad that Keith will be able to shine like he did in NXT. Because when he came up to the main roster, they fucked that guy. How do you fuck up somebody like Keith Lee? I don't understand. I really don't understand. But he was pushed to the moon in NXT. Triple H knew what he was doing, knew his strengths. There's so much. And then you got Impact Wrestling, which or TNA, but now they just call it Impact. I don't get to watch that as much. And NWA, you know, I do watch on YouTube. So the wrestling game is still strong, and then of course you got New Japan, of course. You know, they Stardom and all those great Joshi wrestlers in Japan. It's wrestling game is still going. But is it like it used to be? No, it's not. It's not. So moving on, Travis, did you see the Rock Howard trailer for? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Did you see the Street Fighter 6 teaser trailer? I should be asking y'all that. You know, seeing my boy Ryu, and I guess it's one of the new kids on the block, wanting to take on the big dog. They tried this before. You know, have the new kid on the block try to take on, Ryu. That was what Alex from Street Fighter 3 was. He was supposed to be the new, but you can't stop the machine known as Ryu. You can't stop him. He is the face of Street Fighter. And don't ever think that he's not, because he is. And I'm hearing this crap about this rumor that he's gonna be the villain. He's gonna be the villain. Ryu, the villain. Give me a freaking break. Come on with that. All right, moving on. Caroline, I recently watched the new animated movie Catwoman Hunted, and it got me thinking what other DC characters should star in their own anime-ish movies. Uh, okay, so what did you come on? Are you asking me, or are you gonna tell me what? Because like I said before, guys, I didn't watch it. Not the biggest Catwoman fan, guys. I've never have been. I don't know why. I've never really been the biggest Catwoman fan. But I like Felicia Hardy. I don't. That's weird. Isn't that kind of weird? Like, Catwoman came out first, but I more moved towards Felicia Hardy, more Black Cat than Catwoman. Bro, I don't know. Is it because maybe Bruce gives her too many breaks? Don't throw her ass in jail like everybody else. I don't know. Because Bruce hitting them panties, But I am looking forward to seeing Zoe Kravitz as her in The Batman. See what she does. And, shouts out to Zoe Kravitz. I'm a big fan of her father's work. I love Lenny. And love her mom. And, and she's been doing a good job too. Gotta give Zoe credit. But yeah, if you're asking me, DC characters that could have like an anime-ish movie, Katana definitely. I would love to see a Kitana anime-ish DC movie, maybe telling the story of how she got the Soul Stealer and her husband and why all the souls are in that blade. That I would go wild for that, because I'm a big Kitana fan. I love her. I love that character. That's definitely one I could say right off the bat. Yeah. Um, so moving on, we have Andre says, so what do you think about the upcoming Ghost Rider comic run by Benjamin Percy? I'm looking forward to it, Andre. I think it comes out tomorrow, actually. Um, so when I go down to my comic store, hashtag Midtown Comics, I'll definitely pick it up. I think it comes out this next week. Uh, it should be fun, to read. I'm always been a Ghost Rider fan. I think they're going back to Johnny Blaze, which is fine. He's not he is technically the first, well, technically, but Ghost Rider is celebrating the 50th anniversary, y'all. 50 years of Ghost Rider. Congratulations on that. Yeah, someone said, oh, but Superman got Batman, Wonder Woman got them beat by 40 years or so. Who cares? Okay, who cares? Celebrate it, no matter what. Excuse me, who cares? I get so sick and tired, guys, of that stupid DC Marvel rivalry. It is bullshit. And if you are like that and you're cool with that, and you like that kind of stuff, like to get people heated and all that stuff, get your negativity away. Get out of my circle, because I don't want that. People ask me that all the time. Like they'll say to me, Chris, you Marvel or DC? I say I'm Omni. I'm all. I support it all. I grew up with all. Why should I limit myself to just one? Yes, my favorite character of all time is a Marvel character, Spider-Man. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows Spider-Man is my number one favorite hero before everybody else. But I have respect and love for DC, and I have my top 10 favorite DC heroes of all time. Um, I do. I have that. So I'm Omni, hence why I'm called the Omni Geek, High Lord of New York, and things like that. I got so many nicknames. It's crazy. Some of them people made for me. It's kind of crazy, but that's fine. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Ghost Rider. Keep the questions coming, y'all. I'm loving this. Saw input to Geese Raging Storm. It looks very hard. Yeah. But it's Geese Howard. You know, not no, excuse me. It's no, we're talking about this. Yeah, Geese Howard, the Geese. You know, Geese is no joke. Um, he is the top echelon bad guy in the SNK. SNK, Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, bad guys. So yeah, Raging Storm. Yeah, and he also got Reptu Kent, his wave attack. Sorry if you guys see me eating. I haven't eaten pretty much all day, so been asleep most of the day. Had a long night last night. But I tell you what, I did finish watching. I finished watching the Reacher, the new Jack Reacher show on Amazon Prime, and I want to give a shout out to Alan Richardson, who played Jack Reacher in that. My man, you did great. I loved it. I've only read a little bit of Lee Child's original story, and I know for a fact people are loving the series because Mr. Richardson basically resembles more believable of Jack Reacher. Um, in the novels, Lee Childs, the creator and writer of the Jack Reacher series, describes in detail Jack Reacher. He was a big man, huge, 6'5". Now we're talking 6'5". That everybody towers over me because I'm a smaller guy, but 6'5" is huge. I've seen 6'5" in person, and I know how big that is. And it's always described big, burly, 6'5", and Alan Richardson is only an inch smaller than and he actually put on the muscle. And I read up on how he did it, and believe it or not, a lot of it came from Popeye's chicken. He talked about it. He was like, "Yeah, I ate a lot of Popeye's chicken, and I think protein shakes to put on that 30 pounds of muscle." He looked great. I'm not even joking. And the more I kept watching, I'm like, okay, this dude played Hawk in the Titans. He was Raphael in that Turtles movie. I didn't even care about that. He was also Aquaman. And remember, he was Aquaman in Smallville. Could have been Aquaman in the movies too. But yo, if I'm DC or Marvel, I'm looking at him again like, dude, you like to play another character from us? Because somebody asked me, dude, do you think he could have played Cap? And I'm like, yeah, he could have played Captain America. Dude, don't get me wrong, I love Chris Evans. Don't get me wrong, I love Chris Evans. But I'm looking at Rick, I'm like, that dude could have been Cap too. Maybe in a multiverse, an alternate universe, he is Cap. You know, but that show was great. 8 episodes. I finished that, and I watched it all night when I was on my guard duty. I was like, okay, ain't nothing going on. I'm like, I'm just gonna sit on my phone and watch. And I watched it, and I loved it. I thought it was great. It was a good series, and I hope it gets a season 2, another season, because it'd be great to them to continue maybe adapting more stories from the novels. Because this one was more based off of the original Hellblood. I'm forgetting the name of the book. I forgot the name of the first title, but yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed that. It was actually good to see Kristen Kurt, who played Lana from Smallville, and I was like, "Is that Kristen Kurt?" I was like, "Yeah, it is." That woman don't age. She don't age. She don't age either. Like, what the hell? It's ridiculous. She don't age. She don't. But it was a good show. And he was fierce. But I'm taking nothing away from Tom Cruise, and that's something that, please, people, I understand you be like, well, it was better than Tom Cruise, but take nothing away from Mr. Cruise, because say what you want. Oh, you know, why did they cast Tom Cruise when the character was 6'5" and Tom Cruise is what, 5'9", 5'8", 5'7", whatever. You know, I think he's smaller. I know he's taller than me, but yeah, I think he's like 3 inches taller than me. But you know, I understand that, but you know, give Tom Cruise a little credit. You know, what credit is due. He did help put that character that non-book readers knew already on the map. Just put the spotlight on. Same thing like Matt Damon did for Jason Bourne. There was a lot of people that didn't read. Let me show you. Let me pull. Go in my book collection right now. There's a lot of people that didn't know about this book, didn't know about the Bourne Identity. And Matt Damon came along and gave people, put the spotlight on this character, and boom, you know, that's the original creator, Robert Ludlum, right there. So give Tom Cruise credit, but it was the foundation, as I always say, and now you got Alan Richardson, who is 39. He's my age. You know, he's the same age as me, and you know, but he's a big dude, and he keeps himself in great shape. I respect that. I love that, and boy, he was great in that show. I will be doing a review on that show on the channel, so don't worry about it. But yeah, he was great. I loved him in that. It was good. Please get a second season. Amazon, don't be foolish. Don't be foolish now. Um, let's see. Moving on. Did I answer? Oh, Andre. So who do you think will win in the fight? The Phantom Rider, Carter Slade, or Jonah Hex? Uh, well, we got to also remember that both of them were just Western characters at the time. The Phantom Rider, Carter, he didn't have powers until later on. I think they started because his grandson has had powers. Um, but in the beginning, he didn't have powers. He was just a guy in a white cloak and cape and rides a white horse. He was just a Western. That was when Marvel was really going hard with Westerns. So it come down to like who's better quick draw. That's the best way I can think about it. Uh, Caroline, are you still gonna do your top favorite black heroines? I am. Yes, I am. I'm working on it this week actually. I am looking at the list right now that I developed right now. This is the list, and it will be. There will be 22 characters, and there'll be some many you heard of, but there's also going to be many. There are going to be several you might not heard of because they're indie characters. But yeah, they're gonna they're gonna be. I'm gonna do that. Them working on that. I'm not gonna show you the list, and I'm also working on something else, and I'm gonna let y'all know in a little bit, real quick. So yeah, I am working on that. Don't worry, it will be up. It'll be a part of the opinion spot, one of my longest running segment on my channel. Uh, and as always, I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun. Uh, funniest episode of Fresh Prince. Funniest episode of Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Oh God. Oh God. Mm, there were so many, but one of my favorites is Will had promised Carlton a very, I think, miserable day or something, a happy day. So him and Will and Carlton went on double dating with these girls. I think one of them was her cousin. Will's date was a Will's date, and she brought her cousin along, and they were playing strip poker. I forgot the name of the episode. And next, you know, there's a knock on the door. There's a knock on the door, and next you know, they open the door, and it's this huge, big dude just standing there in front of the door, and he was the boyfriend of I think Carlton's date or Will's date, and then he fell asleep on the couch, and and they're trying to they was like okay, and she was like, oh, he's asleep, okay, now leave, y'all can leave now, and then he's like, oh, we can't leave because they were in their underwear and everything. He's like, we can't leave, where's our clothes, like under him, and then he's like, and so they started trying to pick his leg up. It's so funny. You got Carlton just trying to move his leg. He's like, he was so. As soon as he woke up, he's like, "Who the hell are you?" And then Will and Carl start going, "You are sleeping. This is just a dream." We're not really here. Stop that. And he said, I said, who the hell are you? And then they started just trying to get out of it. And next you know, Will says, and he said, I think one of y'all trying to play me. So he went to the door, took the key out of the door, and swallowed it and locked. They were inside because I think it was a hotel room. I can't remember. It was so funny. But and then Will turned around and at first they looked like they were, and he's like, yo, man, hold on. This black on black crime is hard enough. And he's like, just give me 1 second with my cousin, okay? And so he turns around and Will said, yeah, Ma, yeah, we're gonna die. Just remember me for this. So Will turns back around like, and he hits the guy, right? And it don't even phase him. Like, you just go, and he's like, Will's just like, sorry. And then the guy just goes, and they jump over, and the line that Carlton provided was hilarious. He said, I just saw the whole state of Florida over me. And then so they what they're able to do is go out outside the window on the roof, and then you just see the big dude going, and he got called and screaming, and then was like, hey, look. He said, bet you wish you couldn't go up that slim fast, did you? And and he's like, yeah, he's like, you can't stay out here forever. Eventually, you got to come back inside. He's like, shut up. You're stretching the building. It was so funny. That episode was funny. And then people thought they were about to jump, and these people from the Crisis came, and it was hilarious. That episode was so funny. That episode had me cracking up. That's one of my favorite episodes. It's so funny. It's hilarious. Thank you. The revolution happening in New York. Song. Real. Do you like Zatanna off of Justice League? If you do, what's your favorite thing about her besides her looks? I love Zatanna. I've always loved Zatanna since the comics. I've always loved Z. That's what my girl Z. Zatanna is a powerful sorcerer, magician. She plays off that whole thing that, it's just an act. But I always thought it was cool that her magic, she basically just saying things backwards. That's all it is. It's just her incantations are just, she's saying everything backwards and making it happen. I love Z. I've always loved her, since she first debuted in comics. And then when she started being adapted into animation, it was great. I think the first time they adapted her in animation was the original Batman the Animated Series, where I don't think she showcased her powers there, but yeah, I've always loved Z, and I like Young Justice version of her too. I really do. That last arc, which was centered around her, was actually really good. I really enjoyed that. The only thing I'm getting tired of in terms of Young Justice right now is the Beast Boy side story. That I'm getting tired of that shit. That stuff is getting tiring. I'm like, either get this guy in rehab or something, because it's ridiculous. Moping around. I understand depression because I've had it myself. And not the stage that he's going through, but I've had it. So I know what he's going through, but it's just like, it's kind of not, with the story. I'm just like, okay, every time they come in, like a Beast Boy, like, it's like, oh Jesus. That's from Hamilton, in case you wouldn't. I never watched it, so thank you for telling me. I love Z. Okay, The Rock is awesome. King of catchphrases. I love I've always loved The Rock. I'm gonna let you guys know a secret right now. I do have a super man crush on Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and for anybody who don't understand a man crush, it's not sexually. It's just I do have a man crush on him. I respect his hustle. I respect what he's done for the industry of professional wrestling. His father, his grandfather, his family in general, his mom, you name it, and now having him adapted, then him going into Hollywood like he's done. It was only so far he can go in WWE before Hollywood came a knocking. It was only so far, and that's the problem now with WWE now is that they won't build stars up like Rock or Steve Austin or The Undertaker. Shouts out to The Undertaker finally going into the Hall of Fame. What a career, right? You won't see guys like that. The closest that had that was John Cena. I would say, John Cena, but they won't build because Vince and his yes men are so scared that Hollywood's going to come a knocking. And that's the problem now. That's why they rely so much. WWE relies so much on their past stars. Oh, we got something big. Okay, let's bring back a past star to sell tickets. What are you doing? You're supposed to be building the future, not. We can respect the past and honor the past, but your talent there. Grow your talent. It's ridiculous. Keith Lee was great in ROH too. I've never seen him in ROH, so haven't seen him in there. I've seen him in indie work. I've seen a couple of indie stuff, but never in ROH. And shouts out to all the members that are going into the ROH Hall of Fame. Brian Danielson, Samoa Joe, them boys, the Briscoe brothers, and CM Punk was the last one I think they announced. So any particular thoughts about the newest DC comic hero, Monkey Prince, coming out soon? I'm cool. To me, he just the Monkey King, I think. But the Prince, I'm fine with it. I'm gonna read it. So yeah, and I'm a huge fan of Siwon, the Monkey King. That's one of my favorite Chinese mythology, the Monkey King. So I'll watch anything with the Monkey King in it. And there've been a lot of movies about it. Donnie Yen has played him. Jet Li has played him. It was good, Mark. There's been a lot. So the Monkey Prince for DC Comics, I'm going to check it out. Right, I do have some comics that I will be reviewing on my channel. I'll show it to you guys right now. I've been I have finished, so for one, is the Batman the Animated Adventure Season 1. I finally finished this. I'm going to review this on the channel. Finished Iron Fist. I'm going to review this. I called who the new Iron Fist is. I called that right off the bat. A good start by Ashley Wong. It was really good. Very good. I enjoyed it. But I called it. I knew who this is. I won't spoil it here, but go watch the review. I will be reviewing the first 3 issues of the King Conan series. Y'all know me. I'm a big Conan fan. Always have been. Jason Aaron's knows how to write Conan. And I'm all caught up on Devil's Reign. I reviewed issue 1. Go check it out. I reviewed issue 1. Issue 2, I need to review. Issue 3 and issue 4 will review coming up. And there's some more books I definitely need to review, but Here's one of those Kickstarter books that I was talking about that I supported on Kickstarter. It's called Murder City Devil. Shouts out to the author, the creator of this. Basically, it's 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 Spring Heel Jack if he was like a kind of like a dark hero, you know, the legend of Spring Heel Jack. But yeah, I got a lot of my cover reviews are different now. Like I don't review all the books I got that week. I review specific books that I feel like, okay, I'll review this on the channel, not like how I used to. Just better that way for me because sometimes there are books I just want to focus a whole review on and not. So yeah, let me give Mark a wave. So yeah, um, so definitely that, and happy birthday to Mark. I know you just celebrating your birthday, dude. It's nice. Uh, Always a blessing to. Uh, Hope you enjoyed your day of origin. That's cool. So let's move on to the next question. The Capcom Fighter Collection. Yeah, I mean that's cool. You know, once again, apologize. I'm eating, guys. I'm hungry. That's the problem. The Capcom Fighter Collection is great, but as cool as that is, and they are bringing series that never came out here in the states, like Red Earth. Red Earth never came out here in the states, so people get to watch that Red Earth, which is fine. But and they got Darkstalkers and all the Darkstalkers. That's great, but give me a new Darkstalkers. Give me Capcom a new Darkstalkers. Give me a new rival school. You guys have always claimed y'all want to return back to being the king of fighting games. Let's go. Hmm? Let's go. So yes, it looks fun. It's fun. I'll probably get it. Um, I think I skipped it. No, I didn't skip it. Oh, I'd be all in for a Kitana anime movie. Yeah, I'd take a Kitana animated movie. Anime movie, great. Andre asks again, would you like to see a new character take on the mantle of lesser known DC hero Blue Devil? No, no. And I'll tell you why. Because they haven't spent enough time developing, in my opinion, developing the original uh, person. Well, I don't mind. You know what? Let me rephrase that because DC sometimes does a better job, in my opinion, of legacy characters in the beginning. In the beginning, they do, but then they suck at it longevity wise. Um, and you don't buy that. Look at what they look at Wally West. Where's Wally at? Wally's been back and they ain't doing shit with him. And he always tease that he's gonna turn. He's always turning evil. Or I hate that. Um, Top three DC sword person opponent. Uh, Top three sword DC sword person and top three Marvel sword person. Well, Katana is definitely one of them. She's definitely one. Um, I I guess you can throw Slade up in there. Slade, man, yeah, he's in everything, but yeah, Slade's up there, and I really don't know about the third one. Mm. As for Marvel, uh, well, I can I say Conan because Conan is Marvel, so I'll throw Marvel. Uh, I always liked, and also I'll throw um, the Black Knight. He's a swordsman, carries the ebony blade, and swordman to a degree. Swordman. They're definitely is up there. Kind of like yeah, myself the DC rivalry. Yeah, I've been sleepy most of the day too. Yeah. Well, I haven't been sleepy. I've been sleeping most of the day because I was working late into the morning, into the early morning. I worked a 14-hour shift uh, Monday night from 8 to 10 p.m. 10 a.m. Tuesday. So yeah, I slept most of the afternoon, most of the morning and afternoon. So yeah, I'm wide awake, just hungry. Uh, Lee Childs has 25 books. I hope we get 25 seasons. I doubt we'll get 25 seasons, but he does make a cameo in the finale of the first season. It was really cool, and I'm like, was that him? Because they focused on this guy a lot, and I'm just like, is that him? And I'm like, yeah, that's him. I like when they do that. I like when series do that. If the creators are alive, or you'll see, they're, you'll see them. Like for example, it'd have been cool if Robert Ludlum, where is he, from the Born Identity, this guy, if he didn't pass, it would have been cool to see him in Jason in the Bourne movies. That would have been cool. But yeah, I love seeing that stuff. So there's 25 books. Okay, that's cool. I never knew how many. What's your opinion on Lana Lang? I don't mind her, Caroline. I don't mind Lana Lang. She's fine. You could say Clark's first love. First grown up love, and I think someone who understands that because I had a first love, and I still talk to her all the time, as much as I can, and I do see her, and I do follow her on various social medias, and she's doing a bang up job. She's got 3 children now, and she lives further upstate New York than me, but yeah, I'm always count my blessings for her, and always just any chance I get to say I'm proud of her and things like that. But yeah, you know she was. I won't tell you her name. That's kind of personal. But yeah, Clark's first, like Gwen. No matter what we think about Mary Jane, yeah, Gwen was Peter's first love. You know, that's the same thing. I always did like Lana Lang, and I did like when when DC, sorry, was giving her that when she was in the Superwoman book. I thought that was really cool, and they had that Superwoman book during the DC Rebirth. Yeah, there were some DC Rebirth books that I really enjoyed. Superwoman was one of them. I was like, that's Lana. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Favorite King of Fighters wife us. You mean team? Tell me what that. What you mean by that, Travis? Okay. Andre says So, who do you think would win in a fight? Frankenstein from DC Comics versus Dracula from Marvel Comics. Uh, I don't know. I I never read the Frankenstein stuff from DC, so I can't. But Dracula, I love Dracula in Marvel Comics, and I hope we get him. We get that Dracula in the DC and the MCU. I want that Dracula with the, you know, I've said it before and I said it. Remember Luke Evans, his Dracula Untold story? Uh, I swear I was watching that and I'm like, oh my God, that could have been a great Dracula origin for Marvel. That's all I said. So yeah. So I can't really answer that without being biased because I didn't read a lot of uh, Frankenstein from DC Comics. Hey Chris, do you remember the Frankenstone family from Flintstones? Yes, I do. I do remember those. They were funny. Um, I remember those. Yes, guys, I still watch the Flintstones. I will I will always watch those classic Hanna Barbera cartoons: Flintstones, Jetsons, Scooby Doo, Jabba Jabba Joe, Josie and the Pussycats. All of them. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about it not too long ago. Um, I remember when Cartoon Network used to do like those modern like kind of things for the Hanna Barbera stuff, and they were like one of them was Jabberjaw, and they were like rock stars. Well, because they are a band, but it was really cool. Um, they kind of updated them, and the same thing with Josie the Pussycats. I love that they go through all the different eras of music from the 60s to the 70s to the 80s to the 90s. At one point, they were even like Kiss. It was so funny. Those were good times. Those were good times. Um, hey, Tim. G'day. One of my Aussie Pack members is here. 1:57 p.m. in Australia, 27 degrees and overcast. All right. Uh, is that cold? Really cold for Australia? That sounds cold. Uh, Batman Dark Knight. Next week, the Dark Knight begins. We're talking about the Batman. And we got a huge Batman follower here. That's fine. Just don't come acting stupid. If I'm letting you know right now, just don't come in here and act stupid because I will boot your ass out of my pack real quick. Uh, you can promote Batman all you want, but just don't come out here razzing up my pack members or anything like that. I'm chill with that. All right, next up. Do you remember Flintstones movie when Pebbles and Bam Bam became parents? Yes, I do. I do. That was a good show. To see Bam Bam and Pebbles get older, be married, and have her own child, that was great. Bam Bam! Bam Bam was the world's strongest baby. I still like the I still like the Flintstones movie that John Goodman and Rick Moranis and Rosie O'Donnell and Elizabeth Perkins did. Hallie was in that too. That was good stuff. That was a good time. I like that movie. I didn't care too much for the sequel or the prequel. I didn't like that one too much, but the John Goodman captured Fred Flintstone so well. I was like, yeah, he did it. He did a good job. And they also had Elizabeth Taylor in it too. She was his mother-in-law. Look at him, drunk as a skunkosaurus. They killed me. They really played that up. It was good because they really went deep into the mythos. Them had to, everything had to move on their feet. The dinosaurs, even though that wasn't true. Stone Age. It was good stuff. What's up, Juan? Yeah, Batman does come out next week. It's crazy. I'm gonna enjoy it. I will enjoy it. But it's just gonna be weird because I cannot not look at the Riddler and not think Slipknot. I'm like, he looks like a Slipknot reject. It's so funny. But to me, it's more Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I'm like, that's Colin Farrell? Damn. Talk about getting into character. It's crazy. Hey, Chris, what do you think about Nope? I did a reaction to the Nope trailer, Jordan Peele's next movie, Nope, and shouts out to my queen, who I think she figured out what the acronym, what it means. I'm not gonna repeat it though, but it could be wrong. But I think she hit it. But I'm looking forward to it because basically it's aliens. It's definitely revolving around aliens, and Jordan has never done aliens yet, and but for me, every of his works have always had some kind of deliverance and social issues as well. And I'm wondering what Nope is going to be. Kiki Palmer's in that, and Kiki is another actress that I I followed that girl since she was in when she first debuted in movies like Barbershop 2, where she played Queen Latifah's little niece, and of course Akia and the Spelling Bee when she was in that. To see her grow into and evolve into the young lady that she is now, and she's still young. I don't even think she's not even 30 yet, and to see her is great. I love her. And speaking of which, and that kind of I can segue into that. One of the other things that you can look forward to, guys, is a new segment that is going to be a part of for you guys to pack, as well as my Uber pack members on the Patreons. Because if you join the Patreon, you are now on the top echelons of the pack, your Uber pack. And it's called. I came up with the name. It's called. Let me make sure because I wrote it down actually. It's called Fancasting 8. Um, and it's basically I take an actor or actress, 8 characters that I feel that they can play. Shouts out to my queen again, Zaria, aka Philly Valkyrie, for coming up with the idea. She will get a lot of credit for my creative juices to boom go quickly now into that. She kind of because she had when I talked about Kiki on the Note, she had talked about, and she's like, yeah, I would love to see that. And then I'm just like, oh really? Ask and you shall receive. Anything for you. I'm like, okay. And so and then I started to come up with creative juices of like, yeah, I'm gonna turn this into a segment because I did this one other time, only one other time. It was a part of the opinion spot, and it was called. And that time I did 6 characters that Lucas Till. I felt Lucas Till can play, and that was the last time I did it. So I'm gonna continue to do this again, but for Fancast 8, it's gonna get its own segment, its own intro, because I love doing that too. I love giving my segments their own intro. So I'm gonna work on that. But Fancast 8 uh, It's going to be there, and it's going to be revolving around 8 comic characters that I can see Keke Palmer playing. One of them, I'll even give one of them away just for you. I'll give one, but the others, you got to go watch it when I put it up. One of the characters I thought Keke Palmer could have played is Riri Williams, Ironheart. Imagine when they announced Ironheart's Disney Plus series. Imagine instead of Dominique Thorne, who I have seen after it was announced she was gonna, and I watched some movies that she was in. But imagine if they said Keke Palmer is gonna play Riri Williams. I guarantee you there would have been major buzz with that. Just saying. But yeah, she's gonna. I will be doing that soon. Okay. Any special yearly anniversary you like to celebrate? Chris, I have one, but I'll hear yours first. Anniversary. Um, I guess the biggest one right now for me right now is next month. Next month, guys, your boy enters Club 40 next year. Next month. Your boy is entering Club 40. I will walk in that door, walk into that club, and meet all the other inhabitants of Club 40, from your 41s to your 42s to your 43s, all the way up to your 49s who are about to exit the club and come into and move into Club 50. That's something big that's happening for me. Um, what do I have planned for my 40th? There's one thing, but that's between me and someone else. And so, yeah. Excuse me. So, yeah, Club 40, turning 40. All right, let's see what's going on in the poll. We got, we got 75% going with gift cards, 12% with comics, and 12% with t-shirts, and 0% with 8 people have voted, and 0% for membership for various sites. Like when I mean by like membership cards, I'm talking about like a like something for like Hulu or something like that. But that's fine. And when I mean t-shirts from my store, actually, I will send you merchandise from my store. But yeah, anyway, so far that's good. That's really good. I'll end that poll later on when the stream ends. I'll do it. Anyway, let's move on. We have, what time is it? It's 10:30. Okay, we good. Let's keep going. Okay, Loki versus Zatanna. Who'd win? I'm going Loki. He's a god. There's a big difference. There's a difference in power when you're dealing with a god. Think about that. Let that sink in for a minute. Okay, Batman, Dark Knight. Young Justice should focus on Jason Todd or Damian Wayne story. First of all, fuck Damian Wayne. Okay, I'm gonna let that right there. Fuck Damian Wayne. I hate that little shit. And Jason Todd, I ain't that big on him either. Okay, I really am not. I do not like, but I like Jason more than I like Damian Wayne. I hate Damian Wayne. The little shit, little arrogant prick, big-headed prick should have stayed dead. There you go. Should have stayed dead. The only Robins, he to me, he ain't a good Robin. Fuck him. Yeah, I said it. Fuck Damian Wayne. Fuck him. But I would like to know more about Jason Todd and that, like what happened, like how much. I mean, um, we did see, for example, for me, I would like to see how he supposedly died. But we know that's him with Ra's al Ghul. because we got to see how they did the Killing Joke in Young Justice. So I thought that was executed brilliantly. I was like, okay, that was good. Caroline, does the Lazarus Pit work if they're only a cup of it? Um, no, I don't think so. You have to, you have to bathe in it, and you have to be dying. You can't just or dead. You can't just jump in there when you're healthy. Because if you're healthy, I think it'd kill you. If I remember correctly, reading it can kill you. And through the comics, they've said it can kill you. It will kill you. But why would you? You know, Juan, Chris, I just got a foot amp. I got a foot amputated 2 weeks ago, and the sad thing is my birthday is come. Oh, dude. Oh, fuck, Juan. Yo, man, I'm so sorry. Oh man, what happened? No, you know what? You tell me that on your own time. Don't tell that stuff over on the chat like that. You know, I'm sorry about that. You know, but that's something you tell a friend personally. You can DM me on Facebook or something like that. Don't not here. Don't do it here. I'm sorry though, but don't I don't. Cyborg. Uh, if Darkseid was in the Marvel universe, which heroes do you think he would clash with the most? Uh, Silver Surfer for sure, and all the celestial characters like Galactus. I can see him. Uh, Fantastic Four, I think, would somewhat be the Shi'ar Empire, like Gladiator and all them, because he would. I can see, yes, Shi'ar Apocalypse and the Shi'ar Empire clashing all the time. So Lilandra. Um, I also say Thor. Any of the gods like Thor, Hercules, I definitely would see that. He would be an Avengers level threat, Avengers level. But yeah, I just recently, a friend of mine recently put up a post, and I'm actually might do a video on it here as well. You know, basically, he had asked the question: would if Wakanda was in the DC universe, would it still be as big as it is in DC in Marvel and as important? And a lot of people say, yeah, it would be just like Atlantis and then Mascara and all. And I have to agree. And I can see Panther and Wakanda, especially Panther and Lex Luthor going at it all the time, trying to get some hold on vibranium or something. I can see Panther joining the Justice League just same way when he joined the Avengers. The only reason why he joined that first was to spy on them. He wanted to make sure, okay, if these people attack Wakanda, we'll be ready. And he would do the same thing with the Justice League. He would be not plotting, but he would just be keeping track of all the members of the Justice. Like, okay, what would happen? What happens if the Green Lanterns come? Like, how are we able to stop them? Or Superman or something like that. Sorry that I'm eating, guys. Like I said, I haven't eaten all day. Oh man. Okay. I see chicken pieces. Yeah. I'm like I said. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm hungry. I didn't eat all day. I basically I worked a long. And yeah, y'all can really see that. I don't care. Y'all see it. I don't care. I'm hungry. That's all. I'm hungry. Um, I had chicken pot pie for dinner. I love chicken pot pie. I love chicken pot pie. I do. I had shrimp scampi for dinner today. Shrimp. I love me some shrimp, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm making you guys hungry. I don't mean that. You ever had duck donuts? Duck donuts. Is that like Chinese donuts or something like that? Because I like duck. Don't get me wrong. I like duck. It's greasy, but I like duck. And look, and I do like duck. And I do like Peking duck as well. And we have a new someone else joining in the chat. Never heard of this, but I'll wave at them. Like I said, guys, I'm streaming from YouTube and streaming on Instagram. So yeah. Um, so moving on. Let's see what else we have. Chicken pie. I will have steak and veg for dinner in a couple of hours. Ooh, steak. Yeah, good stuff. That's cool. Tim, let's see. Moving on. So, yo, what are your thoughts on the Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angels series comics or graphic novels? Michael Mann. This is another one of my Patreons. Uber Pack members right here. Michael Mann. I dig the the continuing Buffy and Angels series that I think that they on Boom Studios now. But I've fallen behind on a lot of them as of late, so um, I need to play. I'm playing catch up on that but I enjoyed most of them. Besides, I love this series, and I love Angel. I will always love Angel. Yeah, it's Josh Whedon. I know he's not in a good eyes with a lot of people, but I like his stuff. Um, Caroline, yeah, Wally turned evil bullshit. Yeah, yeah, I won't hide that. Show that stuff. Why are you hiding it for? Rex Ninja champion versus champion match. Brock Lesnar versus Roman. Who will win? If they are going to do the whole champion versus champion, belt for belt, this would Brock, to finally end Roman's reign. His, I think, 500-day reign, 600-day reign. But yeah, I guess you could say that. Between Buffy, Faith, and Kendra, which Slayer had the most valuable potential for exploration to you? Um, I'm gonna go Faith. I would, cause, not just because I love Elijah Dushku. It's just the fact that I always want to know more about Faith. Like I'm like, oh, what? Why were you the way you were? But then you could see why Angel didn't give up on her. Like he pushed her and turned her into something more than she was. But I would love to see more of that, like her backstory. Um, Michael, should Willow of not within the been with Tara to the beginning with the terms of their personas? What? I'm never. I don't. Should Willow of not been? I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta rewrite that one, dude. Uh, Proofread, guys, before you just go into. Have you? This is from Guitars and Tim. Have you been keeping up to date with Bruno Mars's new song? He's been putting out a lot of new stuff. Not as much, but I do like Bruno Mars. I haven't kept up on Bruno as much as I should. I definitely need to. I do like his music. Uh, Michael Mann, do you like the story of this alternate between uh, Angel and Angelus? If this is stuff from the new stuff, I have not read any of the new stuff from Angel or Buffy. So, like I said, I'm so far behind on any of the new stuff. Uh, Between Darla and Drusilla, which one did you find more fun to watch or listen to? Well, I've always had a attraction for Elizabeth Miss Benz, Miss Benz. I don't know, it's just something about her voice, and it's just like, oh god. I always loved her. I always felt like she could have been Enchantress. in Thor. But then you got to bring in the fact that Drusilla, she had that long drawn, you know, that long drawn English accent and me darlings, and I was man, I just she was just weird, but it's just you're kind of cuckoo, but you're a vampire. That's that right there. That's even crazier. So it was there. They were a tie for me, but I liked them both. Which version of Spike did you like best? The unhinged, chipper, or soulful one? Um, all the different directions of Spike I was fine with. I never had a problem with Jason Marston, who played Spike. I thought they all meant something. Even when he got his soul back, which kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know. I don't even remember him where, but yeah, him getting his soul back was fine. And I always thought that was interesting. Like, yeah, I actually like that idea, like vampire with a soul. Them saying that vampires don't have souls or they lost it when they turned, and that was the whole concept of the whole concept of that was the whole concept of Angel was like he was a vampire with a soul. He was cursed by gypsies. They gave him back his soul, so he remembered all his kills and as Angelus and things like that. So they all mattered to me. Do you think? Oh, Kirkconnell and the Master were great Buffyverse villains. Yeah, but I have not read any of the new stuff from Buffy or Angel, so uh, be careful with that, Michael. Matthew, excuse me. What's on? What are you hoping Barbara's arc is in the bat? I think they're following more of. It's definitely following more somewhat of Gail Simone's run. I think it's adapting that and Batgirl Year One. So that's what the movie is adapting. Batgirl Year One and my friend um, Gail's run, which I love. I love her run, her running Batgirl. I've told her that many times. Um, I hope it does well, but who knows? Um, Matthew, what do you think? What do you think of the old Star Wars comics and graphic novels based on characters like General Grievous? Fine, anything from the expanded universe, I'm good with. Mhm. I still want Mara Jade. Same. Will, what is your prediction on the last chapter of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin? Uh, Mikey getting revenge. That's for sure. Uh, Honoring his brothers. We're probably going to see. That's for damn sure. Um, I just hope they don't pull that. They cloned his brothers, and now Mikey's got to fight them. I don't want that. Please don't do that. But I called that too. I was like, everybody was like, "Oh, it's Raphael," and I was like, as soon as when they brought out the last Ronin, I'm like, "That's Michelangelo. That's Mikey." And people was like, "Oh, Chris, it's not." I'm like, "Yes, it is. It's Michelangelo. It would make a better read if it was Mikey. What turned him? What changed him? What made him more grizzled like that? Mikey is no. I don't care what anybody says. Michelangelo is the heart and soul of the Fab Foursome or Fab Five now. But yeah, he is the heart and soul of that team. He's the youngest, but he is the if he falls when they fall apart most time, it does sometimes Mikey's the one that gets them back. He is the heart. And they play that up more in the IDW run. Kevin Eastman does, and I love that. That he's the one that really kind of keeps them, together, which I love. I think that's great. But definitely thinking he's going to get his revenge. I even think he may die, but die avenging his family. All right. Did you know that there's a new Beavis and Butthead movie coming out sometime this year with Mike Judge, the creator, confirming? Yeah, I know about that. I've heard about that. Beavis and Butthead. Sorry. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead. Gotta. Mm. Do you think April O'Neil is a good supporting character? Hell yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's a great supporting character, and I love that. She's a very great supporting character. A hero that has a great supporting cast as well. That makes for good storytelling as well. You look at characters like Spider-Man. He has great villains, but his supporting cast is just as good too. From your Robbie Robinsons to your JJs to your Gloria Grant to Flash Thompson's, a lot of Peter's supporting characters have become more than what they were. Look at that. Robbie Robinson, one of my favorites, now runs the Daily Bugle. Not JJ. JJ, look, J. Jonah Jameson became the mayor of New York. And then he lost it. He lost his mayor. I think he got, and then of course now Kingpin is the mayor. Yeah. Okay. Look at Flash. Flash became Agent Venom, and then he became Anti Venom, and then died, and I think now he's coming back. So yeah, look at that. Matthew, what do you think? Who do you think beats combined by Dre? What do you think about beats combined by Dre and Kanye together would sound like, especially if they went with their old school paths? I think it'll be good. Um, Dre always had good beats. You can understand why people do go to him a lot for beats. Um, since Buffy killed Pedro Pascal in an episode, we need Michelle to cameo in the. Oh man, who would you think she could play? I don't know. I really don't know about that. She did kill him, Pedro Pascal. Yeah. And with that being said, guys, one more question, and I'm gonna end the session here on Instagram. So we're gonna answer this last question, and I'm gonna skip a question and just okay. So yeah, we're gonna end it for the people on Instagram. I want to thank everybody who came out and hang out and came out to support. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. For all the three that was there, there was three people there, so I appreciate that. So Mark and Azil and Pobs 915. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And yeah, guys, you guys take care. And yeah, take care, dudes. Let's see. All right. So moving on, we have let's see what I moved now. Not cold, quite the contrary. Oh, okay. Humid. Ooh. Hot and muggy. Okay. Precisely. Yeah, figured out. Okay, this is from Matthew. Who are some of the best Marx people and archers in Star Trek? That's a hard one because I don't really follow like Star Trek like that. That's more of a Trekkie. You definitely, I think Worf is a pretty good Marx person. I remember. So definitely, but yeah, that's more of somebody. I like Star Trek, but I don't follow Star Trek like that. What would an N17 Spider-Man be like? I don't need to. I don't need to see that. I really don't. The closest we got to that, I think you just go read Spider-Man: The End, or even Superior Spider-Man. You can kind of see because Doc was doing some shit, and that was just like, wait, what the fuck? Like what he did to Scorpion. When he shot that man, people were loving it. Nobody questioned it. JJ, of all people, was like, yeah. And I'm like, dude, he just shot that man cold blood. Fuck out of here. Ridiculous. I do not need to see no N17 Spider-Man. He's not dark like that. I don't need that. People talking about the weather. Did you find the Tick cartoon very enjoyable? Did you find the Tick cartoon was enjoyable? Yes, I did. I watch it all the time. Still watch it on Amazon. Especially the initial first season, I really enjoyed. When the cartoon came out, I finally picked up the comic that Ben England created and saw really the biggest comparison difference. First and foremost, Tick he's out there. Like he's if I remember correctly, he's an escape mental patient. So yeah, but yeah, big difference. Big difference. Let's see what else we got. Tick cartoon or live action. I like them both. The last Tick show I liked the one with Andy Warhol. He did it. The one that was on Fox. The one on Amazon I wasn't really big on. If they make another Final Destination, which they are, where should they have the setting, location, spots, and marks? I don't know. You want to really do a difference? With the Final Destination, then really have depth in it as a character. That would be a big twist. Like to see death. Like yeah, he or she is in it, and you fucking with her. Like okay, you want to fuck with me? All right, I'm gonna play and I'm gonna torture your asses. Location, I really don't care, and setting, not really. I would just want something different. What rare team up would you like to see in either Marvel or DC? Marvel, a rare team up. I would like to see the Fantastic Four and Blue Marvel team up. Never seen that before. That's a rarity. DC wise, Etrigan and Blue Devil. There you go. That is funny. I would love to see that. Or even Etrigan and Lobo. There you go. That would be interesting. I would love to see what Etrigan thinks about Lobo. What do you value more in physical ability, strength, speed, agility, acrobats, reflexes, balance, durability, and enhancement? Which do I value more? Uh, Balance. You could have all, but you ain't got balance to any of the others. It sucks. You're dead. It's all about balance. Bruce Lee talks about that a lot. What are Spider-Man's best feats that are not plot insisted stupidity or piss for short? His heart. His heart. It's one of the biggest. That's one of his greatest feats. His heart. His will to put himself on the line. His unbeatable heart. His willingness to sacrifice himself for common strangers, not just his loved one, but just common strangers. He's got the heart and the will, you know, to make sure that what happened to Uncle Ben never happens to someone else. I remember he was making that like a part of his like motto for a while. That's one of them. Birthdays, everyone else must celebrate that, but I should have specifically specified besides those. Nothing, but no big anniversaries coming up yet that I can think of. Flips, roll, cartwheels, or somersaults. Which do you prefer? Which do you consider to be the finest showing of athleticism, athletics, and acrobats? Somersaults. Mine is me and my partner are 40. Oh, congratulations. That's nice. We have Eric. Oh, okay. We got a super chat from Inland. Okay, $2 super chat. Super chat. No, Damien clutching my pearl. Chris, hey man, I don't like Damien. I don't like, but thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I do not like Damian Wayne. I really don't. I don't like him. Shouldn't Spider-Man even from early on made web shooters that are water, ice, snow, mud, dirt, and dust, plant, electric, lava, and so on? No, because I don't think he was thinking like that. Like, okay, I got, he's not a clairvoyant. He didn't know he would. He didn't know he would like come up against a man made out of sand or a man made out of water or something like that. He didn't know anything like that. To me, to him, his web shooters. First of all, his web shooters are his means of getting around the city, which is cool. But also, you got to also remember is that when he swings, he is putting his strength into holding that web, it's shown a lot that his super strength does come in handy when he's web slinging because if not, he'd rip his shoulder out. Like they've shown in the latest series, Devil's Reign, but the Spider Man in that is Ben Riley, not Peter. They put a collar around his neck that that took away his powers, and he was falling out of the roof. He's falling out. He got kicked out of the Daily Bugle by Taskmaster, and he's shot a web up, and just when he's about to grab, as soon as he grabbed it, it popped his shoulder right out. He's like, oh, and he just cracked on a car, because the strength wasn't there. I was like, that makes sense. But yeah, he wasn't thinking like that. Peter was not thinking ahead like that. He's not a clairvoyant. If he was a clairvoyant, he was like, all right, I need to make this. No. It's always in the heat of battle. Once he fought that person first, then he analyzes, okay, so all right, now I can make my weapon a little stronger for him. Like when he fought Electro for the first time. And then all of a sudden, what did he start doing? He started webbing up his hands so when he can punch Electro. Wow! All right, hit you. Yeah, that didn't hurt. So yeah, Caroline, do you? So what did you think was great about the Killing Joke in Young? It was for Cassandra. That's why it was different, but it still revolved around Joker, but you knew they weren't going. It was the point was it was to explain how she got in that chair. If you know the origin of her in the wheelchair, we know Joker shot her, pow, point blank, pow, and all the other stuff that came after. But Young Justice went a different route. She was killed and she was paralyzed in action, and it was because of Cassandra, orphan, you know. And I liked that. I thought that was really good. I was like, that was good. Magic Man, what if Peter made web shooters that were super glue or even gorilla? That ain't working. His The chemicals he uses to make his web shooters give off a high grade of consistency, but also super glue is not gonna allow him to. He's not the trapster. That's the trapster with his glue gun and everything like that. But nah, that's stupid. That's weird. um, Aside from Godzilla, Tyler, what do you find most effective in battle? His teeth, his claws, his brains. Godzilla is no dummy. That's another thing. Godzilla is smart as hell. You know, he is smart as hell. He knows how to adapt. He knows how to adapt to his opponents. Anytime he goes against a new kaiju or so, if that kaiju beats him the first time, yeah, he comes back and he's much better. JPX Art, did you see the Street Fighter 6 trailer? Hell yeah, I did. Shouldn't Spidey's sticking powers be enough to tear apart most opponents or challenges, even if it is not bloodthirsty? If he wanted to. If he wanted to. Again, key word. if he wanted to, but he's not going to. Basically, if Spidey sticks to something, you try to pull him off, he's not coming off that whole, like, for example, he showcased his sticking power. He sticks to it. You pull him off, that whole wall's coming with him. He's now in. He's so now in tune with that power now. He can basically activate it while he's asleep or unconscious. For example, there have been many times people have tried to. They were able to knock him out, and even then he was trying. People tried to lift his mask off. He stuck the mask to his face. So basically, you're not just pulling him; you're pulling his face. It was really cool. He did that one time, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. He basically focused his sticky powers on one part of his body. And there was one time it was a burning building, and he was trying to get through the burning building with a little girl. So he took his shirt off and just focused his sticky powers on his back and stuck her to his back like a backpack, and she was on there. Coming through. He was maneuvering through the smoke building because he couldn't really. He was using his spider sense, and at the time, he was able to see in the dark, and so he could see. I wish they had kept that power from, like, he was able to see in the dark, and I thought that was really cool. He was like, okay, focus just on my back, and he just boom, put it right on her back, and he got out the building with her. It was cool. I love that. Um, but yeah, he could if he wanted to, but he's not. He's not going to. That's not how he thinks. Blueberry Waterfalls. What's good, man? Did you see the concept art of Seth Rogen's Ninja Turtles movie? Almost, they're going to be the spin-off of the Disney Paramount Plus standalone villains. A lot more turtles. I think I did. I didn't. If I didn't, I can't remember. I have to go check it out again. Oh, Duck Donuts is name of from the town of Duck, North Carolina. They are good. I've never been to Duck, North Carolina. The places in terms of North Carolina I've been to Raleigh, Durham, because that's where I have a lot of family out there. Wilmington. I've been to Kitty Hawk once. That's where Wright brothers flew, and Charlotte. I've been to Charlotte, and that's about it. Don't apologize for being hungry. No, but sometimes people do. Man, why are you eating on camera? Like, sometimes I just being courteous. I don't want to eat on camera in front of people. Uh, hey Chris, do you think the new comic book run based on Marvel's The Rangers could work? Anything's possible. El Pollo Loco, Taco Bell, Del Taco, Baja Fresh, Sharky's, or Chipotle. Which Mexican food is the most scrumptious? I've never had El Pollo Loco, so I definitely need to try El Pollo Loco. I like Taco Bell. I do like Taco Bell. That's definitely, if you're just trying to get something quick. That's not really. First of all, you saying that to a real Mexican, Taco Bell, they'll smack you in the face for that. I guarantee you. You call that Mexican food? Ooh, you starting to fight right there. I'm not even gonna pull that stereotype, but yeah, they be like, yeah, Holmes, what's up? Yeah, you ready? I don't know. That's fast food. There was a documentary on Taco Bells, and how the country of Mexico and the government kicked them out of the country. There were two Taco Bell restaurants in Mexico. They got kicked out, booted out because it was almost like a disgrace. So I would never. I have Mexican friends, and when I'm with their mama and papa around, and we talking Mexican food, and I'm talking, and I never bring up I never bring up Taco Bell with them because it's like a discredit. You're disgracing. It's like a slap in the face. But I've never had Pollo Loco. I've never had Del Taco, Baja Fresh, or Sharky's. Chipotle I've had, but I don't really consider that Mexican because that didn't start in Mexico. That started out in the Midwest. The first the first Chipotle's I think was in Denver or somewhere. It's in the Midwest. I know it was one of them, but I do go to Chipotle a lot. I do get a chicken burrito when I need to because that's filling. Especially if I just want something that got a lot of protein in it. I hit that, or I do get the bowls. I do get the bowls because I love when they just pop all that cheese on there. I'm like, they're like, okay, I'm like, okay, I want chicken, pinto beans, brown rice, uh, corn, lettuce, cheese. And the first when they be doing, I'm like, no, more cheese, no more, more, no more, ma'am, ma'am, please more. No, pick it up with your hand, like pick it up, boom, like yes, there you go. I love cheese, so I'm like, yeah, okay. So I'm just, yeah, I'm serious about that. Okay. Um, so I do like those. Okay. Did you watch the new Bel Air? I still haven't seen it yet. It isn't any good. Is it any good? I haven't watched it yet, but my cousin has, and a couple of other good friends of mine have said they like it. It's a little different, and that's fine if it is going to be different. That's fine. I might give it a chance because I do have the Peacock network, and I'll give it a chance. When I can, I'll definitely give it a shot. If I feel like what I not like when I feel like it, but I get a chance. I haven't watched it yet either. Blueberry. Will Miser. Yeah, isn't Willow's daughter getting her own comics soon? Yeah, I believe so. Yes, she is. Um, Blueberry, what you feel like and Cody Rhodes and setup if he goes back to WWE? I actually kind of excited to see Cody Rhodes in WWE. It's already it's already I guess wonder what really went on backstage at AEW. From what there's so many different stories, but from what I heard, is it had a lot to do with Cody, him booking. It was booking issues. Like he didn't like what was going on. He lost his booking privileges and things like that. And then I'm hearing it was money. He then I heard, like I said, then I heard, he wanted the big bucks that Tony Khan did to get CM Punk and Daniel Bryan and all them, you know, don't that big money. And I think he felt he deserved that too. You know, I mean, you got to also remember he had two contracts. He had two contracts. He had a performer and an EP. He was executive producer. He was the EP. So it makes you like, man, he wasn't making. It's not even just that. It's just I just feels weird if he goes back to WWE, which it seems all rules are saying that he is. He goes. Think about it. He goes back. He leaves an EP job to go back to Vince McMahon, who is pretty much the head dog, the big kahuna, high honcho, all that stuff. He falls back into, well, this is what you're going to do. This is what we want you to do. He's taking orders again. something that he said in an interview he doesn't feel he could do again. But at the end of the day, he's got a family. He's married. He's got a daughter now, and it just feels that maybe booking wise, I think he loved being a booker because Dusty Rhodes was a booker and he was a hell of a good booker. For example, you want to know who basically booked Ron Simmons to win the championship against Vader? Dusty Rhodes. That was Dusty. Dusty Rhodes did that for Ron, and I think Cody liked that. He liked being that, but now you take that away from him. Yeah, it's like it's. But from all eyes, it's saying like, yeah, well, he comes over. WWE, they could spin that any way they want. Like, yeah, we finally got somebody from AEW. We got somebody from AEW. They've been taking a lot of our past talent, and in all honesty, there's a reason for that. They got nobody to blame but themselves, because they were too stupid not to trust in their booking. More importantly, Tony Khan better be more careful. He better be careful with all these signings too. Like, he needs to be careful. He's signing everybody out of the woodwork, and it's like you already are getting overpacked. And this is stuff AEW nutty huggers don't want to hear. They don't talk trash about AEW because they'll come out of the woodwork, and I don't give two shits if they do. You can come out of the woodwork, and I will crush you right now. The AEW could do no wrong in their eye. Bullshit. They can spit. They always try to spit it. Fuck out of here. Grow up. Like, it's ridiculous. They can do no wrong. Tony Khan better be slowed down on these signings. She keeps signing everybody. It's like you're already stuffed to the brim as it already is with talent, and not a lot of talent is getting. You got the man himself. You got Jay Lethal on that show, signed to that company. What are they doing with him? When's the last time you saw Jay Lethal? The last time we saw Jay Lethal, he had a match with Ricky Starks, and it was a good match. But other than that, nothing else. They still have issues. But you got these AEW nutty huggers that don't want to hear that. Well, they're doing much better than WWE. Who fucking cares? Yeah, they do. But is everybody getting TV time? No. Oh, well, you got to watch AEW Dark. Not everybody is going to watch fucking dark matches. Cody if he goes to WWE, goes back to WWE because that's where he was, he best be prepared for some things. One, maybe not getting pushed right away. This is WWE, and they can be the most pettiest motherfuckers. You left them high and dry. They will take it out on you big time. And I've been watching this industry long enough to see them do it. They'll do it, and they will do it, and you won't even know it. Believe that. So you better be careful.
What kind of what kind of intense image makes you squeamish? For me, arm wrestling matches gone wrong. That shit makes me squeam. It's funny that you mentioned armor. I was watching another one of um, my favorite YouTuber, Simon Miller. Simon Miller, the bold a-hole, and he was doing he was watching strongman competitions gone wrong. And it was an arm wrestle. One was an arm wrestle, and he was like, "Oh, don't you dare show me someone arm." And he's like, "Oh crap!" And you can see it already coming out of his arm. And no, don't show it. Oh, I got blown with this out. And this guy is there going, and this arm just going. I'm like, I'm like, I will say what squeamish me. I don't know what it is, but I can watch people get their head chopped off, everything like that, no problem. But when stuff start being stuck in your hand, that I'm like I feel it. That makes me squeamish. I'm like, like so anything that deals with your hands, like somebody stab you in your hand, I'm like yeah, I can't deal with that one. I can't with that. um, let me see. In a pure sword fight match, who win? Green, Green Arrow, or Hawkeye? Clint. Clint has more time with swords than Ollie. I love the whole Faith and Angel storyline on Angel. I was actually disappointed that when Buffy showed up during that arc, that's how good it was. I never liked Angel, so that says a lot. Oh yeah, that was I love that. And Faith turned herself in and everything. You know, and she came back when he reverted back to Angelus, and she was the first one to come help him, which is great. You know, I've always loved Angel. I think that's more in tune to David Boreanaz. I've always been a fan of David Boreanaz. Um, you know, been a fan of his, and that's why I like SEAL Team, that the new show that he's on now. Um, you know, even um, when he left Angel, when Angel finished, he did the show Bones. I love that show. It was really good. I used to love that intro. The intro was great. I love that intro. The music theme, it just had a very like cool like 80s like theme. And he was like he was a FBI agent. His name was Seedley Booth. That was funny. But he was Dave Moynihan is cool. I've never met him. I always wished to. Every time he's been at conventions that I was at, I always missed the opportunity of meeting him. Like sometimes it's just because the lines are just way too long, and I'm like, yeah, there's other stuff I want to do, So it's just stuff like that. But yeah, that was a good arc. That really was. And Buffy, she did come, and she's like, I came to help, but she um Angel had a lot of good points too with her. Like, you know, not everybody is like you. I remember him saying to her, like, no, but not everybody's like you, Buffy. Like, you always come off like you're Miss Perfect, but you're not. And I love how she was. He was like, you coming into my city. Like, I love that he was saying that stuff. Like, this is not Sunnydale. This is L.A. You're coming into my city. this is almost like my protective. I protect this, not you. Like it was really good. I enjoyed that. I did enjoy it. Um, if they were going to make a reboot of the Pirates of the Caribbean, how should they do it? I don't want them to reboot it. Nobody can play Jack Sparrow but Johnny Depp. The only way they can go on is if they get a different character, because Captain Jack Sparrow, nobody else can play that role but Johnny Depp. Nobody can give it depth like Johnny Depp. There's no way. They would have to change it. Have you watched Legends of not yet. I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch that next. Favorite comics by Gail Simone. Oh, that's a long one right there, but I give you a few. Her Batgirl run, her Birds of Prey run, her Atom run, her Domino comic she's done for Marvel when she came back. Even her 2 issues on Deadpool, she did real good. Her There's so many. You're asking a Gail Simone fanboy what's his favorite. It's hard. Like her Batgirl run, nobody touches her Batgirl run. Everybody who's come after her to write Batgirl is not even compared to it. Her Red Sonja run, oh my god. You want to read that? I think Dynamite put out the omnibus of her run. Her run was great. Even her first horror comic, uh, Clean Room, psychedelically crazy, but it was good. And I remember asking her before. I remember asking her when I first met her. I asked her. I was like, "Can you sign?" I pulled out every book I brought with me that day for her to sign, and Clean Room was in. I said, "How did you come up with Clean Room? Where the idea of that came from?" And she said, "Well, I'm from Oregon, and Oregon has the biggest known, has the most cults in America." And I just stood there staring at her for like what? Like, are you serious? She's like, yeah. No other state has more cults than Oregon. And Gail was a funny woman, and she said something real funny after that. But I don't know what it was. She said something, but she said maybe it's something in the woods. I don't know, but she just you know she Gail can take the most underrated characters, C list, B list, D list characters, and make them stars. You got to be a special writer to do that, and there's a few. She's one of them. You don't buy that? Secret Eight is another one that she did, and she took characters like Catman, Thomas Blake, Catman, who at that point was still kind of looked at as a joke character. Catman. Oh, she made him into a star. Ragman. She gave Bane more depth to his character. It was great. Scandal Savage, you name it. Gail just she is a blessing to the comic industry. But you'd be surprised there are a lot of people, and she's told me this. Her husband has told me too. Like her husband, her husband has told me too. Like you'd be surprised how many people seem to hate her because she speaks her mind or she's. And I'm just like, just crazy. That is crazy. When I first met her, her husband shouted me out to the whole convention. Like, wait, you're the Mount Vernon kid. Everybody, this is the Mount Vernon kid. He went crazy. And I'm like, like she went on to say, you and Blue Goblin, the way you guys built me up basically helps me believe that I made the right career choice. Like stuff like that. Like giving her praise. And don't get me wrong, there are times I'll be like, well, this was good, but it's not your best. Don't get it twisted. I can be harsh with her too, but when you start to get to know somebody like that, and I've gotten to know Gail on a platonic level of not from just being a fan now to just being a person. Like when I see her, hi Gail, she knows me personally. She knows me by name, and she's asked me how's Malcolm doing. She asked me how's my brother doing and stuff like that. It's true. Just a she's a perfect friend. She's just a friend. She's just a really good friend, and when you have somebody like that that calls you, basically your family, it's like that's touching. That when she said that to me the first, I nearly cried because to me, when I meet comic creators and writers and stuff now, I look at them as the people first before what they do. That's how I looked at Donnie Cates when me and Mr. Multi met him back 3 years ago uh, at MegaCon. You know, it's just how it is. You got to separate. Sometimes you got to separate the fan from just the person. That's how I do sometimes, and that's how I do with celebrities. I separate myself from just being the fan, and then being the person. Like come up to them, shake their hand. Not going to get into what their political views or anything else is. I'm just going to be like, okay. But then I go into, well, I love what you did here. I love what you did here. One of the biggest regrets that I have in terms of people I've never met, there's a few, but one of them is George Perez. I wish I could have met that man. And it's sad to see the situation that he's going through now with his cancer. And I'm never going to be able to meet him because I wanted to meet that man. So, and every time he was at a convention, I missed the opportunity because I would have done the same thing I did when I met Stan Lee all those years ago. It's been over 20 something years since I met Stanley. I met him one time, and all I could do was shake his hand and say thank you for co-creating Spider-Man. And I started crying, and and the only thing he could say to me was he pulled out a handkerchief and said, "Yeah, son." He's like, "Don't cry." Like that was it. He just said, "How are you doing, young man?" I said, I just cried. I'm just like, "Thank you for creating this character. I helped co-create this character." I met him back in 1996 at uh, at the time the convention wasn't called uh, Hero Convention. At the time, it was no, the Big Apple Convention. It was called something else back then. But I met him in '96 at St. Paul's Church. They used to have it underneath the church in the convention underneath the church. It was a special time. So when he died, damn well, guys, I was crying my ass off because I know I met that man. George Perez, I'm gonna be the same. I'm gonna be a broken. I'm gonna be nearly broken. That's gonna hurt because not only did I love George Perez artwork and the characters he created, it's just an opportunity I never got to meet him. It really is because I've said to you before, guys. Like I'm a little biased when it comes to people from New York, and they make it. I always love that. I love seeing that my fellow New Yorkers make it and live their dreams and everything. I love that. Not saying that not from everybody else, but it's just a little biasness with that. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to get emotional like that, but it is. Uh, okay. So, what's your opinion on Jenica? I like her. I like her a lot. The fifth turtle. Mikey has the most potential, pretty much. Anacondas, bows, or pythons. Which do you find most persistent and deadly? All of them. They're all deadly if you piss them off. That's kind of a really weird question to ask. Yeah, humans, chimps, great apes. Which primates do you see the most physically superior, pound for pound? Gorilla. That's, did you see the trailer for Doctor Strange Multiverse? Notice somebody in the trailer. Could we finally get? Go watch my reaction and you'll see what I thought of that one. Go watch the reaction, people. If you guys should know whenever these comic movies get trailers, you know damn well there's a reaction popping up soon. That's why I always tell you, keep them notifications up because it'll be there. Uh, I eat pizza and pasta the most. I don't eat calzones like that too much, and but pizza and pasta I will eat all the time. Big Planet. Hey bro, how you doing? I'm good, man. Good to see you. How about strombolis? I eat them from time to time, but I don't eat them as much as pizza and pasta. I'm a New Yorker, man, so I'm always eating pizza. And that's straight for that's straight real. I eat pizza always every week. So I try not to, but it's just I there's a pizza shop like right down the street from me right now. And there's a pizza right around the corner from me. Probably the oldest pizza place in Mount Vernon. It's called Johnny's Pizza, family owned. They've been around. They've been in Mount Vernon for like 50 years since the 1940s. So yeah, and I've had their pizza, and yeah, it's good. It's thin, uh, like original Italian style, but it's good. It's really good. Um, so I do eat pizza. I make pasta a lot. Like I will make my spaghetti, my meat sauce, and pop that in. I do make my meat sauces a little sweet. So I give you the savory but a little sweet. I'll make baked ziti. I'll make lasagna. I will throw down. I feel like I feel like I'm half Italian in some cases. Some people do become like, Chris, are you Italian? I'm like, I don't know why. Because you eat a lot of pasta or something like that, but you're not as big as some Italians are. But I do like their women though, yeah, just saying. Because they speak their mind. I respect that. Let's go back to the poll, and the poll is reading now. 12 people have voted, and it is 59% for gift cards. Comics are now at 33%. T-shirts are at 8%, and still nothing for various membership, various sites. Membership for various sites. All in. I'm about to end it soon, but this is good. This helps me a lot, guys. I just want to see where people stand on this because the Super Sweepstakes Geek giveaway starts next month. I'm gonna start putting together a secret. I'm gonna start putting together a mystery box. The grand total of that box in terms of the value will be $175, and it will have various things in there. And every month, at the end of the month, the second open mic Q&A, I will put my hand in with people's names and pull out the winner. So March is where it will start, but the poll won't. But I won't do the poll until the first Q&A of April. That's how I'm gonna do it for the first time. But then after that, I'll do for that. But this would be my way of thanking everybody and giving back to you guys, my pack. Um, and like I said, that's why it's very important to watch the vids, because it's not going to be like questions or I'm going to ask you question. No, it's mostly whenever you write vids down or you write comments. That's your entry into the drawing, and I will contact you. You will be able to. I will let you guys know where you will contact me, so I can with your information, so I can get it out to you. So yeah, but so this is really good. This is helping a lot. Let's move on. Let's move on real to the next question. Matthew's killing it as always with these questions, so appreciate that. But I couldn't expect anything more from one of my Patreons. You know, Matthew was the first Patreon. Well, technically, no. Technically, Matthew was the second, because my first Patreon was the Mandalorian. Actually, then he came, but now it's hard to explain. But I have been getting some more Patreon members. I'm working on a sixth tier, one more tier, and that'll be it. All I can tell you right now, it's known as the true alpha tier. So yeah. Let's see what we're doing. What's the next question? Oh, okay, damn. Okay, I'll save my question for next time. Take care. Okay, Tim. Take care. Thank you. Enjoy dinner. King Coop. Oh wow, I haven't been on your channel in a long time, man. It's good to see you still going strong, and definitely keep up the good work. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Congrats on 11K, man. Yeah. Oh, thank you. The road to 20K is still strong. That's my goal right now. 20K, making 20,000 pack members. So I appreciate that. Uh, Still keep going. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I thought you were ending the stream. No, I wasn't ending no stream yet. We talking about? I'm about to, but not yet. Matthew, what version of Superman do you find to be is not too overpowered? Overpowered or underpowered? John Burns' run. That's that's definitely. What is She-Hulk's most clap-worthy showing? Her her brains. They don't focus on that. Very her 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 brains as a lawyer. She's really good at that. Biggie Smalls' 25th anniversary is in March. That's right. Oh, Jesus. Man. Is Mystique in most portrayals redeemable or fixable? Hell fucking no. No, and that's the problem. That's the problem I have with when Jennifer Lawrence took over that character. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like it. I hated it. You're trying to redeem somebody who's unredeemable, irredeemable. Raven Darkholm don't care about nobody but herself and her lover, Destiny. She can give two shits about anybody, including her children. She will use the fuck out of them, but they always they want to redeem her. I'm like, no, that's not what she is. She's irredeemable. Where Rebecca Romaine was doing her, that was pretty much the closest you got to what Mystique is. When Lawrence took over, they went with their own version. That's why I don't care about that too much. When she died, I was like, oh well, fuck, I don't care. Looked up Devil Reigns, and it's not out yet. and it's not out. Devil Rain is out in single issue, right? See, it's out. This is the fourth issue right here. Fourth issue right here. If you're talking about not out in trade, no, it's not out in trade yet. But single issue, yes, it's out. Um. Thanks for a new Ben Riley comic. He debuted in a questionable comic, but he is my favorite Spider-Man as much as I love Peter. Oh, okay, you like the clone. Hmm. You like the copy. Okay. A part of me is getting a little tired of redeemable villains in shows and movies. To me, I only appreciate it if they want to, or they're being like, for example, Bucky is a good example of redeeming a character for the better because he was being used. He was brainwashed. Even in the comics, he was brainwashed. He wasn't himself. That wasn't him. That was someone else. That was them controlling him. But when you look at a character like Mr. Sinister, like, there's no redeeming that guy. Like, you're not gonna redeem him. Or to me, a degree, Magneto, he cannot not be who he is. He's not he's or like Luthor. Lex Luthor is not redeemable. You know why? Because of his fat ego will not let him be humbled. Same thing like Doctor Doom. He can't be anybody but Doom. His ego is his greatest strength and weakness because he cannot see himself being less superior to Reed Richards. As long as Reed Richards is around, nope. Marvel has tried to. Oh, they were gonna him getting married and everything like that. What did he do? You know what he did? You know what he did? When his fiance, his wife to be, slept with, I don't know why they did it, but they had her sleep with Johnny Storm. Do you know what this fool did to Johnny? Made him now truly the Human Torch, where he could not turn off. He was always on fire. So it was always flame on all the time. That's Doom. You're redeeming villains sometimes that don't work, especially if you don't have someone to replace that villain. How skilled is Deadpool truly, if not for his healing factor in hand-to-hand combat, blade-to-blade combat? Oh yeah, he's a mercenary. No, he's a real live mercenary. Before his cancer, he has military training and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, he is skilled. How much more dangerous would Ghostface be if he or she or they were profound in mixed martial arts? Scary, but it's scary enough because nobody just does not go for that fucking head. Just pop the fucker in the head. They always go for the center mass, chest, and most of the time, Ghostface is always wearing a bulletproof vest. Oh yeah. Now if it was me, soon as that fucker come out and shoot with it, and I got a gun, pop in the head, headshot. No shooting in the leg. No pop, center mass. No headshot. Boom. I'm right in the head. You go right to the head. If I got a bow and arrow, headshot. Shink in the head. You don't go after headshot. You be like a hunter. You go right for the head. Period. Blueberry says, "Did you watch the show Big Bang Theory?" Not really. I didn't watch it. I I don't know. I just couldn't get into that. I really couldn't get into that show. I know it's supposed to be a show about us geeks, but it to me it was more of a stereotype of for geeks, and I did not like that. I'm like, yeah, that ain't working for me. What do you think about villains that were born completely monsters? Yeah, all right. Which is your favorite side? Potato salad, coleslaw, mac and cheese. I'm a coleslaw guy. This is from Blueberry. Well, problem with potato salad is I will only eat my grandmother's potato salad. I don't eat anybody's. I don't eat everybody's potato salad. Now my aunt, she follows her mother, my grandmother's recipe. I don't eat everybody's potato salad. Ooh. Well, every time we're at family get-togethers, everything like that, Malcolm, my brother and I, we act that first. And when we see that potato salad, we say the first, who made the potato salad? If we don't hear Aunt Lorianne, we don't touch it. If we hear, or we know if our Aunt Gloria has made it because she pops so much pepper into it, it looks like the potato salad has the measles because it's just a bunch of pepper. So that's out of the question. Coleslaw, I do like some coleslaw. I will rock out coleslaw. It depends on, like I said, like I'm a big sucker for like KFC's coleslaw. Like so, whenever they actually like the side orders, I get that coleslaw like that because it's just something about that coleslaw I really like. I think it's the sweetness to it. It's just really nice. But the thing is, look at me, Blueberry. Look into my eyes. What do you see? You see a black man. Mac and cheese all the way. Sorry, man. Yeah, mac and cheese. It's just look. It's soul food, man. We ain't nothing we can do about that. What are your thoughts on uh, thoughts on? Wait, what? Uh, wait, what was the question? Hold on, I saw the question. Wait. Hold on. Where did the question go? I just don't fool with me. Restore the chat, fucker. Okay, damn. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, I didn't. Man, all these questions came out. Where did they come from? I didn't even see it. Where the fuck did they? No, I'm just messing with y'all. Where the? All right. Okay, we good. We're gonna keep going for a couple, about 15 more minutes. We're good. So yeah, we're fine. Okay, what was that question, Blueberry? No, was it Blueberry? No, Travis. What are your thoughts about Muzan? Uh, are we talking that character? Because I only heard it. I never watched anything or bow and arrows, crossbows, slingshots, guns, launchers, or bazookas. Which do you find to as the most workable long range of wide weaponry realistically? Well, first of all, I don't own a gun or a rocket launcher or a bazooka. That's military ones. You can only get that. Um, I do like a crossbow at times, but bow and arrow is where it's at too, man. It's reliable. You're gonna get someone, especially if you're a bow person. You know how to use it. Um, just puts a lot of work and time. Did you ever watch Gladiators? That was my go-to TV show every Friday after school. Gladiators. Um, I, I think I have. I think I have. Big plan. WWE is petty. Vince is petty. You damn right. I'm telling you. So Cody better be, if he's going back, he better be. Think of all the people who came back that left WWE not on good terms. They left on bad terms. Look out when they came back. Look how they were treated. Look how they were booked. You don't buy that? John Morrison is a good example of that. That Johnny Drip shit and that water shit. Like, what the fuck is that? That was so stupid. I ill. Not funny, and you get out. All right. I don't have none of my moderators in there, so I can't. So no, fuck this shit. Hold on, guys. I got. Oh, there we go. There it is. Thank you very much. That's disgusting. And it's okay, Eliza. You. It's all right. Don't matter. I just had to get rid of some unwanted attention. Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Venus de Milo or Jane, who's a better female turtle? Janika. Way better. Way better than Venus. Way better. I tried learning Italian once. Only know a few select words though. Can you speak Italian, Chris? Just same thing, few words, not fully. And I work with a woman who is from she's from Bari, uh, Italy, but was raised here. But she speaks it fluently, and I just listen to her when she talks to her father on the phone, and because her father speaks just I think full Italian, and he's just Italian, and she showed me a picture of me. I swear to God, he looks like an old Mario. He looked like old man Mario. I was cracking up. I was like, I said, Sarah. Well, her name's Sarah, but her full name's Serafina. I'm like, Sarah, your dad looks like Mario, just older. But yeah, all the time she's like, Papa, that's happy. I'm like, ooh, I hear that. She just boom, she comes out. She'll break it out real quick. Um, but I know some words and phrases, but not a lot. Um, it is what it is. Hey, Chris, have you been watching the Shenmue anime? Yes, I've caught up on the Shenmue anime. Well, if you have Crunchyroll, you can watch there, but it comes on Saturdays, 12 a.m. or Sundays, 12 a.m. on Adult Swim, and it's like old times, man. Just they have it's good. I like it. It's they have condensed it a little bit, because you can't have him, running around looking for sailors and stuff. But they play it up, but it's really good. I really enjoy it. I'm really enjoying it real good. I've always loved Shenmue, loved that game series, and so to see them do the anime for it is great. It's good stuff. Anaconda's a bow, or which was the better movie? Oh, I don't know. None of them really, because they over exaggerated all of them. you know, Anaconda for sure. They over exaggerated that. There's no anacondas act like that, or I don't like movies where they humanize the animals to make it make it seem like yeah, it's legitimately stalking these people, but sometimes for no reason, or it's seeking revenge. Animals don't think like that. Revenge is out of the question. It's not. They don't think like that. That's not how they think. And I remember watching Anaconda for the first time. And I'm like, that's J Lo. Oh, J Lo, Ice Cube. Okay. and hearing the snake have like a, I'm like, wait, no. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like this thing is making a. I'm like, what? No, that's like no. And it was, them swallowing. I remember uh, swallowed what's the name, and then it threw it back up, and I'm like, yeah, that's supposed to be true. Like if a big snake swallowed you, yeah, when they swallow, they can't really move around a lot because if they do, they go well, throw it right back up. But it's just I I can't with none of them things. It just I'm not really big on that. Uh, you said earlier that you were about to wrap up questions. Oh, I did. I did. So, I did say that. Yeah. Well, in about now 11 minutes. Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up now. So here we go. Let's keep going. JP, bacon, egg, and cheese, or pancakes. Which is the better breakfast? Ooh, that's a tough one because I do love a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel or a sandwich. Matter of fact, this morning I had one. I had a bacon, egg, and cheese on a plain bagel. But I do love my pancakes too. But so I can't decide on that. That's too tough. I love them both actually. What best coleslaw I've ever had was at the Bavarian near our place. Went down like butter. Ooh, I like that. I knew about Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch and Wolverine and Thanos and Gamora and Rogue and Nightcrawler, but I didn't know about Johnny and Susan's relationship. Are you talking about them being related, that brother and sister? Yeah, they're brother and sister. They ain't have no incest or anything like that. Thank God, because Ultimate in the Ultimate Universe, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, they were making that very obvious that they were. It was like incest with them. I'm like, see, Malar, you disgusting fuck. Like that's disgusting. Wait, really? A Mario look-alike? I would love to have see that. Yeah, her dad looks like Mario. It's not even funny. Chris, why is it so much hate in this world? Need to do a better. I need you to do a real talk on this topic because you're a bright person and you're so down to earth. Uh, Bright, down to earth. That just comes from upbringing. That's just upbringing. Um, Hate. I try to keep it short and sweet because look. We human beings. We just there's always got to be conflict with each something. Something there's always going to be something that's conflict. Something is always going to bring a division. But once that division, once put that aside, and you find that there's a lot of good people in this world. From all races and creeds. Like you know, that's straight for real. Like that's why I never say like just this world's just full of bad people. That's a lie. That's a lie because two good people raised me, and I'm sure that's how y'all feel too about your parents. I'm not gonna sit there and lie that my father and my mom were perfect. They weren't. They made mistakes, but it's the mistakes of correcting them and learning from them that helped. I've made mistakes, you know, so and I've tried to correct them and make better of them, and it is what it is. I just feel like I'd rather be good and humbling and down to earth than being an asshole. Not like Simon. See, Simon Miller, he says that I'm the bald a hole, but he's still a good person, even though he says, "Oh, I'm a bad person." I'm like, no, you're not. It's like, stop. It's most of it's show. It's just as it is. So mom can speak pretty fluent Italian. She's even been there. Yeah, my dad was in Italy. My dad's been to Italy when because he was in Europe when he was in the military. So yeah, he was in Italy, went all around that area. So yeah. I guess you're in the camp that doesn't like Jaws the Revenge. I didn't mind Jaws the Revenge. But yeah, you see that? That's what I mean. Like Jaws the Revenge, that shark was out for revenge. Like it just stuff like but it over time, when you start having stories where it's, for example, The Gray. I do not like that movie. I don't like The Gray. Liam Neeson, all of them. Those wolves were out for revenge. They were chasing these guys down for no particular reason. I couldn't even remember what it is. Like stuff like that. Like when we had, for example, the final act of Liam Neeson in the wolf den. He's in the den. Now, as much as I have studied how wolves think, now, yes, when you're in a den like that, you're in some serious shit because a mother wolf is going to do everything in her power to protect her cubs. But when you saw the wolf pack coming at him, and just standing there, and then all of a sudden you hear the big, and it's always in the alpha in these movies when they have the alpha of the pack. It's always big and black. But if you go watch that movie back, you can see the big black alpha wolf growling. Like when he growled, it almost felt like his whole growl echoed, like made the whole forest shake. It was like, really? And then he comes down off his, almost like to the rest, like, get back, this one's mine. Yeah, I'm gonna take him on like myself. Like that's not how a wolf pack works. Yeah, the alpha will be the first to attack, but eventually those others, those betas, those betas and omegas and all, they're gonna come in after you too. That's how a wolf pack works. That's the human traits that I'm talking about. Like that's not how it works. That's not how a wolf pack works, and that's not how wolves. And I hated that. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Wolves are the most demonized animals in the animal kingdom in movies. They are always depicted as the bad guys and the villains, and it's bad. It's like no, that's not how wolves act. You know, they are probably some of the most majestic creatures out there. A wolf will run from you before attacking you. That's why I hear these people like, yeah, wolf attacks. I'm like, when did this happen? Where? Where did this happen? Because one, they ain't gonna attack you. A wolf sees you, it'll run from you before anything. Now we're talking about mother wolf with its pack, with its pack. Yeah, you're getting close. Yeah, that mother wolf's gonna. Them ears are coming down. Them fangs coming out, and yeah, it's coming at you because she's like, back the fuck up from my kids. That goes for any animal. But wolves are the most demonized animals in the animal kingdom since the dawn of time, since they were cave drawings on paintings. And you could see it. Period. But no, I did not mind George the Revenge, though. Just to add that to it. Ever heard of Gwendole's Io? She voiced Shikigami in Lady Shiva, and oh yeah, she has a pretty good voice. Richards had a different fiance who wasn't Sue, the one Johnny slept with. You mentioned her. No, that was that was not Reed Richards. Doctor Doom. No, Doctor Doom. I didn't say Reed. I said Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom. Not Reed. Yeah. I always, I yeah. I always have to remind myself that there are good. Is it something you tell yourself every day when you wake up to remain humble and positive? If you do, what do you say? I have a um, first thing I do is anytime I wake up, I thank God that I saw another day. I'm not fully religious, but I do thank God. Like, oh, thank God, I saw another day. Uh, thank my mom, um, even though she's not here anymore, but I do thank her. Constantly think she's always like near me. That's just me. And I do have a poster, like not a poster, but like a wall scroll that has like 12 things to keep me humble and things like that on it. So it helps. That's personally me. I do have like that, and it keeps me humbled to the degree that to the degree of like, okay, yeah, it keeps me humble. What do they say? Um, it's like 12 rules of life, basically. It's like 12 rules of life. And the 12 rules are, to me, is be yourself, be kind, be honest, ignore them, let it go. Never ruin a good day by thinking about bad yesterday or something like that. Give it time. Time heals. Sometimes time heals everything. Don't compare. Everyone's on a different journey, and never give up. I even have that. I even made a shirt out of that. A shirt out of that. It's one of my sayings. I actually made up the saying, "Never give up," because it takes time. Uh, doesn't matter, never give up. If it doesn't work the first time, find another way. Find another way. Uh, Stop. Sometimes you gotta stop thinking too much. Sometimes you gotta listen and wait patiently because the answer may come. It may come when you least expect it. And number 10 is avoid negativity. Avoid negative thoughts, situations, and people. I try to keep negative people out of my life big time because negative people will drop you down real quick. Even if you are in a situation yourself where you're not doing so well, but you're doing enough where you're not negative. Number 11 is it's on you. Only you can only you can change your happiness. And number 12 is uh, smile. Remember, you don't own all the problems in the world. Smile. Put a smile on your face. I try to do that every day. I feel like make somebody smile, you're gonna have a good day. That's gonna bring you. That's a good deed. I always look at that. I make somebody smile. That's my good deed for the day. That's just me. That's so I do have a a canvas that has those like 12 rules on it. That's why I kept looking over there. I was looking over to my left or my right, your left, or however you're looking at it. It's right there. So yeah, it's a good thing to say. Um, let's see. Okay. I've done enough complaining in my life. Every day I strive to wake up. There you go. There you go, Paul. See? There you go. You can't change. Look, life is gonna throw you shit. Okay? It's gonna do that. It's gonna throw you shit. And the question you need to ask yourself is, are you going to let the shit hit you in the face, or are you going to avoid it every time? That's the question. You going to just let shit hit you right in the mother, or are you going to be like, miss, miss, hey, missed again. Oh, come on, one more time. You missed again. There you go. That's life. Life is going to do that to you. But I do like the, Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolate cakes. You never know what you're going to get. That is true, too. It is, you know, unless you read the box, you know, and it tells you the flavors on it. But yeah, it's true, But for me, those are my life. Those are the rules of life for me, smile, like one thing. And somebody who, and that also goes for somebody who can make me smile. So if you can make me laugh, there's your good deed. Like, hold that high. Like, yo, I made somebody laugh today. You got to. Laughter is one of the best medicines. It truly is. And okay, yeah, what was our misunderstood? That is very true. And with that, we are ending this. Now, let's look at the poll one more time. And what has been going on, and we're ending this poll and this is good. This gives me a lot of insight into what people feel like there should be in the giveaway box. So, with 62% out of 13 votes, a lot of you guys are saying, yeah, the Super Sweepstakes Geek giveaway mystery box prize should include gift cards. Number 2 would be random comics, and 3 would be t-shirts and apparel from my store, because that's what that would be. And the 4th would be like a membership to like Hulu or something like that. I remember I gave a friend of mine a 6-month membership to GameFly. He really enjoyed that, and then after it ended, he joined GameFly. So he does that now. That saves him a lot of time from buying stuff, buying games. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. You're welcome. So we ending that poll. End it. I appreciate that very much. That was real fun, guys, to see you guys participate in the poll. I would love to thank all you guys for coming out again. We had another successful open mic Q&A session. This is the final one for the month of February. March kicks off soon, and March, guys, will be the month for me, because it is a special month. Not only is it my birthday, it will be my mother's birthday. My late mother would have been 63 in March 19th. No, 18th, excuse me. March 18th. 63, 64, I think is one. Yeah. She's not even, she was there. And of course, my birthday is the 24th. And I'll be entering Club 40. So I will be getting ready to reach a milestone in my life. 40. Wow. Thank the heavenly great spirits to that. Like, I'm just like, made it to 40. Hopefully I'll make it to 40. I don't feel like 40. Damn sure don't look it, as everybody says. And then it's funny because April would have been my younger brother Cedric's 39th birthday. April 13th, 1983, was my brother Cedric Antoinette Bennett would have been. That was my younger brother. He would have been. He would have been. He'll be 39. He was a year younger than me. Year younger than me, and but he didn't live very long. He only lived a day. So yeah. But no, like I said, it is what it is. I still have family, and I still got a brother. But it does. I always wonder about that too, guys. It's like, you know, what if I had, what if two of my brother, the ones that passed, what if they were alive today? It is what it is. Also, want to thank Eli N for the super chat. I appreciate the $2 super chat, brother. As always, that's fun. I thank you. But in the meantime, guys, you guys take care. I'm gonna clean up because I dropped a bunch of crumbs on the floor from eating that crispy chicken. I was trying not to get the crispy. I said I didn't say crispy, but they gave me crispy. Sometimes even they get it wrong. Yeah, but guys, it's Popeyes. It was just Popeyes chicken. I was in the mood for Popeyes for some reason, and crispy. Now I got crumbs all over my floor. I got to clean that stuff up. I will see you guys next time. Will they be two Q&As in March? Yeah, there will be. I'll definitely try to get two out. Um, and if everything works out for my birthday, guys, I will show you pictures and stuff of how I celebrated it or something like that. Because there's only really one thing I want to celebrate my 40th, and it involves somebody. So yeah, and I thank my brother for that because he said it. He kind of brought it up. Anyway, I rambled long enough, guys. Just be safe, take care, um, smile. You know, uh, just be yourselves and have fun. Don't be like the idiot that I blocked in this channel and in there with that bullshit right there. That's I don't play that shit. Real see that'll get me. That'll bring Hurricane out real quick. Yeah, there's sides of me some people don't want to real. There are sides that you don't want to see. I got a very protective side named Hurricane, and he comes out. Yeah, be somewhere else. You don't want to be around him too much. Anyway, you guys take care. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget, guys. Caroline, yes, I will be putting up um, the my. I will be putting up the next opinion spot, which will have 22 of my favorite black heroines uh, in honor of Black History Month. But yeah, it's just something I'll be putting up, so that will be up soon. And I mean, you guys could take guesses on characters, but you'll probably already know number one. I don't need to keep that a secret, but you should see. You'll see. In the meantime, peace and love. Stay tuned. Keep it real, guys. As always, don't forget, guys. You know, please leave a thumbs up, comment even when this goes up in the archive as well. If you do want to check out the Patreon, there's a link in the description down below. You can check it out for yourselves and um, things like that. I want to thank all my patrons, the 5 that I have so far. Thank them all from Matthew Mann to, matter of fact, let me thank them right now. Let me thank them right now. I want to thank those Patreons, the 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 4 was 4 right now 4. Uh, the 4 patrons are. Oops, hold on. Rihanna Williams, Darius Brown the third, which I know here on YouTube is actually one of YouTuber, same Darius Brown, DB3 as he wants to be called. Like I said before, Matthew Mann and Lee Cullivan, aka the and Lee Cullivan, the Mandalorian, as I said before. Uh, thank you so much, guys. I will see you guys next time, as always, and bye.